Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Lesson 25, the Exit Ticket Reviews. I have 4 of them that I would like to show you today. 2 of them from the problem set that includes some great labels. And it's really important to make sure that you label all of your models. Some of you did really well on these exit tickets as the final answer, but I want to make sure you get in the habit of labeling your work. Okay. So with that said, let's get started with our first one. Our first problem set one is courtesy of Nadia. And again, I really stress the importance of labeling. I can see here for each of them, she's labeled them one whole for each one. I think that is really great. Even up here, a little small as I made it a little bit larger and zoomed in. But excellent job. It's very neat and organized. And as for the very first one, she broke it up into 3 parts. And each one of her holes is breaking up into 3 parts. And since there's 3, 6, 7, 8, and there's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. All 8 holes are broken up into 3 pieces, giving her, as she wrote up here, 24 pieces. Excellent work there, Nadia. She also did the same here with her 9 holes this time after labeling it all and breaking them up each into 4 pieces, and 1, 2, 3, 4. As she labeled down here, there's our 4 pieces for each. Counting them all up, how many total pieces are there going to be? 36 of them, and she is correct. Nice work, Nadia. As our second genius for the problem set, let's scroll down here, is from Henry. Again, I really chose his not only because it's nice and neat, but again, there's some labels there. There's his 1/3. Right, there's his 1/4 down there, showing that he's breaking them up into. Right, and then he actually counted up, just as many of you did, the number of pieces that he would have. Again, just similar as Nadia, 24 pieces. Nice job, Henry. Here, and it's not labeled up here, but I'm sure he would write it up there, realizing it, because I can see it right in here. There's 36 total pieces, right? Counting them all up as he goes along. Excellent work there, Henry. Very nice job overall. Right? Notice that the pictures, those models, really kind of help us out to make sure that we're not missing anything, right? Now, as I go into the homework problems, I wanted to focus on one to begin with, and this was Talen's. And I added a little bit more to it. The exit tickets were F and G, but she went and solved E here, which is all right. I would like to do G2 here, Talon, but what I like even more so is what you noticed, and I have these comments over here. This is really, really awesome. I noticed, and she wrote here, I noticed that for the work, the 2 bottom numbers are multiplied to give you your answer. And the E and F, they're the same thing. Right? Well, many of you didn't solve E here, okay? But if you did take your work and you made 6 holes here, and I can draw those quick. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do a 5th and a 6th. We would label these as 1 hole, and we're cutting them up into 3 pieces each. As I did that, and I would label, and it didn't have to label them all, just one of them, 1/3. Right? There's 18 total pieces as you count it up. And I really, again, liked how Talon noticed that really you're multiplying the whole number and the denominator. Right? Really, 6 times 3 is going to give you 18 pieces. And that goes the same with F. Right? With your 3 holes broken up into 6 pieces each. Again, if we're doing them in individual models, 3 holes, breaking them up into 6 parts or 5 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and labeling those 1/6, and the whole thing is 1. Right? You'll see that there are 6 times 3, or 6 plus 6 plus 6, or 18 pieces, and Talen's correct. Right? It's a little shortcut that Talen noticed, and many of you might have noticed that as well. We're really multiplying that, but why is that? It's because when you cut one of the holes up into 6 pieces, now there's more pieces. There's 6 of them as your total then. And another 6 and another 6. So it's basically saying that you had 3 holes and each of them are now 6 pieces. How many total pieces? There'd be 18. Okay? Now, this is certainly a good check that Talen has here. Wonderful. And many of you who saw this as well use it as a check. But if the directions ask you to draw a model, please make sure that you draw a model. All right? And Talen, if you didn't see it yet, I did respond to yours and saying that you are certainly correct. If you cut them all up into 3 pieces, talking about letter E, right, that's very similar to a multiplication problem. Nice work, Talen. I like it. And the last one that we'll show you real quick is JJ's. I liked his because his was a little different. He didn't do just 3 separate models. Okay, he linked them all together to make one like huge area model, which is certainly okay. JJ, I'd make sure that you label that as well, and label this part here as your 1/6 that you're cutting it into. Right? But as you did that, he has, and you can count up all of your 6 pieces, 6 pieces, and 6 pieces. Right? And he did something similar to Talen, knowing that all together you're going to cut those up, and there's this little 18 right there. And for G, same thing. He has 6 holes, and we might label this as 1 hole, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Each of them are being cut into 1/5. And how many pieces would you have all together? 30 pieces. Excellent work, all 4 of you. Thank you very much for the excellent exit tickets. Please make sure that as you work on your exit tickets, and that goes for all of us, please make sure that they are visible. Some of them have been a little blurry or a little too far away. Be proactive. Check your work before officially clicking that upload button. And I look forward to the next exit ticket review and showcasing some wonderful student work.